In section 2, we have property of the wave. First one, identify and describe four-wave property. In the four-wave property, we have amplitude, wavelength, frequency, and wave speed. In the second one, explain how frequency and wavelength are related to the speed of wave. We have two targets in here. The first one, we have many information about the four property of the wave. The second one, we have the equation. In the equation, we have frequency, wavelength, and wave speed. First one, we start from amplitude. The amplitude, its definition in here, the definition in here is the maximum displacement traveled by the particle of the wave of the medium from equilibrium position. For example, if we have the rope like it's in here, this is the equilibrium position, or we can say rest point. When we shake the rope, when we shake our hand with the rope moves up and down many times. In here, this particle of the rope is moving up and this particle moving down. So in here, the distance or the distance traveled by the wave from equilibrium position is called wavelength. For example, in the sine wave, this is called sine wave. In here, this is the wave. So must be the y-axis in here is displacement. This is displacement. So the maximum displacement traveled by the particle of the medium, this peak point, is called amplitude. This displacement is called amplitude. And this point is called crest. I said in the preview lesson, this is crest and this is crest. And this point is trough. And this is trough. So we can make the other definition for the amplitude. We can say the distance between crest and rest point, or the distance between trough and rest point. This is another definition of amplitude. In here, if you tie one end of a rope to the back of the chair, you can create a wave by moving the three ends up and down. If you shake the rope little, you make the shallow wave. If you shake the rope hard, you will make the tall wave. So the height of the wave, the height of the wave in here represent what? Represent amplitude. Its symbol is A capital. The symbol is A capital. So this is about amplitude. Amplitude of wave depend on energy. Amplitude in here depend on what? Depend on energy. This is not true. This is depend on energy. The relation between them is directly proportional. Amplitude depends on energy. if we increase the energy, we add more energy to the wave, the amplitude increases, and the wave become higher. And for example, this wave, this is the first wave, and this is the second wave. Which has more amplitude? This is the first wave, this is the second wave. So in here, this wave, the first wave, its amplitude is less, it means less energy. But in here, the amplitude of the second wave is larger than the first wave. So in here, energy for the first wave is less, but in here, the energy is more. So energy with amplitude, they are directly proportional. This is about amplitude depend on what? If in the exam, we say amplitude depend on which of the following, we say energy, not wave speed, frequency, lambda, doesn't depend on them, only depend on what? Energy of the wave. This is the diagram of, another diagram of the wave in here, wave amplitude. This is the diagram of the textbook in here. This one, this is displacement, must be the y-axis in here is displacement. The y-axis must be displacement. So the maximum displacement from equilibrium position, this is amplitude. And the maximum displacement from equilibrium position, this is trough. And this is crest. This is the about amplitude. Second term in here, we have wavelength. The wavelength, the sign or the symbol is lambda. This is called lambda. This is lambda. The SI unit is meter. The SI unit of the lambda is meter. My definition is different with your definition in the textbook. What is the meaning of wavelength? Is the distance between identical point respectively. Yani between this point and this point. Must be these 2 points are the same. These 2 points must be the same. For example, this point is crest. And this point also is what? Is crest. So the distance between them, the distance between them is what? Is wavelength. Must be the x-axis component. In here is what? Is the distance. So in here, distance between two crests, or we can say distance between two trough. Also, this is the wavelength. Because the definition, it say the distance between identical points respectively. So this is also lambda, distance between trough and trough. This is about wavelength. Its definition is the distance between identical points respectively. It depends on property of medium. For the medium, we have gas, liquid, and solid. For example, if the wave passes from the gas in the air, for example, through water, the wavelength directly change. If the wave passes from air into water, for example, if we have sound wave, the sound passes from air into water, the wavelength in here increases. The wavelength of the sound in the air is less, but when it passes through the water, the wavelength increases. This is for wavelength. Wavelength is the distance between two crests or compressions next to each other in a wave, or the distance between two troughs or refraction next to each other is also wavelength. In fact, a wavelength can be measured from any point, one wave to next corresponding point to on the other wave. Wavelength is measured the same way in both longitudinal and transverse wave. This is the diagram of the textbook in here. This is refraction, and this is also refraction, or we can say stretch to stretch. So the distance between two stretch respectively, or to compression. This is compression, and this is also compression. So the distance between them, because they are identical point, so the distance between them is wavelength. This is for longitudinal wave. For transverse wave, I said the distance between two crests or two troughs. أليس بسيرتها؟
ما هو respectively مقصدتها؟
respectively عنده بدايك. respectively يعني دو بدايك بله. باشا؟
دسخش.
إيه خوش. respectively عندي ليرة عندي جواب دايق لشاني كبعنيتيه بس ديرة بمعنى جواب دايق ديت يعني قصير شلون كل بيت وجمعها the distance between identical point respectively عندي جواب دايق باشا جواب دايق أول معناه كيتي باشا the distance between نك هاي سنة ديوا ليرة لم ويفا بو أول في حساب نكدو نخير أو غلطة باشا أو نابل so the distance between identical point respectively يعني same point respectively. This is the definition of wavelength. The third one we have frequency. Frequency, the symbol is F and the SI unit is hertz. Hertz أو كابلا بناي خويا ينتكينا وناوا symbol كيسي H زيتا يعني بيكوان H زيت بيكويا equal بسي 1/second باشا. Frequency level light wave represent the color of the light. It's a globe man here رنجي سبيا, globe man here رنجي سودا, globe here رنجي شينا. أو color أنا depend on certain type of frequency. For the sound wave, لبو sound wave, frequency sound كان man, أجا sound كمان frequency زوربت أو دنجة كتيجة أو كدنجة أفرد يعني من دال. أجر sound كم بيت دنجي قرأ, أنا أخو من قر يعني low sound أو كدنجي بياو, يصير بياو قرأ أو بيرنتي low frequency or low pitch. باشا وشي pitch بكارديل. So frequency, the number of waves produced in a given amount of time. Sometimes we say number of cycle per unit time. يعني for the wave, this is called in the waves property. This is called one cycle or one wave. This is called one cycle or one wave. So in here, if I draw many waves or cycle in here, نصير أنا قلت كومالك cycle دوس كندير أنا. Let's see number of waves, يعني we can say number of cycle. Number of wave or number of cycle per unit time. أم time تنيك بيت time كديار نيسندا per unit time يعني لما مسافة بو مسافة بابين 10 second. أوكو example ها شرني يك second بيت. أما parent frequency number of wave or number of cycle per unit time. أجا دو wave كان بيني بطن بزانين wave كان يشي كان frequency زورة أو frequency كما. أجا wave كان لهمان time زوربن يسمى wave. Number of wave كي زوربت. أميت number of wave كي يبتا. So which has more فريكونسي اگر سیکن همان تایمه كمان بابرين اما 5 سكندا تایمه كمان كونستانتا so in here listen wave هي او 1 او 2 بس دير انا او 1 wave او 2 wave اما 3 او 4 او 5 and half يعني سا امان فريكونسي كي زرتره باشا قد نعمل امتحان هاتوا قد امتحان ما كرت قد دوام دس فكري ان شاء الله او رسمانتان اگر بو هاتوا سيك بزانا اگر نمبر اوف ويف لهمان تايم زور بو او يعني فريكونسي كا زورا اما ايكويشن كيتي او ايكويشن كيتي ديرانا سيكن فريكونسي يكاتتي نمبر اوف ويف or cycle per unit time اتواني بو ريغيا تبقي فريكونسي بلوسو اي ايكويشن ورزنا من كتابنا نساوا بس لاخد بينسو باشا او ايكويشن كتابنا نساوا كوريكت ديفينيشن كاي number of wave per unit time باشا زوجة ديفينيشن كي وادا كري على number of wave per unit time اما ديفينيشني هم ديفينيشنو هم ايكويشني فريكونسيا number of wave unit ني اي 1 دادنين تايم كش سكندا 1 over second دكاتة هرتز اگر امتحان هنا موا 1 over second دكاتة سي دلي دكاتة هرتز يعني 1 second equal dash دلي second equal to 1 over hertz يعني تايم سي دلي hertz inverse باشا يعني تايم سي hertz equal to 1 over second or second inverse تايم سي second inverse يعني second دكاتة بين سر وكماث ودكاتة second inverse اما بيزناكا ويفكا تكو ويفكم انالايز كر بيزناكا ليرا ام ستيتمنت هي كتابه هنا بألفنين وبسريعي number of wave that you can make in 1 second depend on how quickly you move the rope for the rope how you quickly shake your hand if you move the rope slowly you make only a small number of wave in 1 second if you shake your hand with the rope slowly less wave produced if you move it quickly you make a larger number of wave the number of wave produced in a given amount of time is the frequency يعني أو the number of wave per unit time is frequency. Frequency is usually expressed in hertz. I said in hertz. Hertz is hertz. For waves, 1 hertz is equal to 1 per second. I explained this. So this is for information in your textbook. We have the last property of the wave. We have wave speed. The symbol is V small, not V capital, V small. The SI unit is meter per second. The SI unit is meter per second. This is I erased this one. The equation V equal to lambda time frequency. The equation equal lambda time frequency. I said lambda is wavelength and this is frequency. Yani wave speed, the equation is important, equal to wavelength multiply frequency. And this is the symbol of the equation. If lambda and frequency is given, if I ask about wave speed, I use this equation to find the wave speed. If wavelength is given and frequency is given, we can find the wave speed by using this equation. And another equation, this is definition of wave speed, the distance traveled by the wave in interval time, how much the distance traveled by the wave in interval time. This is called wave length. طلع أحمد.
الماوس تفينا كاتا velocity.
velocity فرق شيء wave speed يعني velocity.
velocity لو ويف إيش تاني بكاريني؟
شلون؟ أي wave ستقصاكي بويا تشيك. ئەگەر نزیک بێ زووتر گوێ لە دەنگ کە دەبیان دوور بێ
نزیک
بێ کاتە چییە ئەو لە بەرەوەی بۆ نزیکەکە خێراییەکەی زۆرتر بەس بۆ دوورەکە دیستانسەکە زۆرە بۆیە ڤیلۆسیتیێکی زیاتری دەوێت هەتا دەگاتە نەفرە ویش سپیدی ئەی ڤیلۆسیتی ئۆف لایتمان هەیە ڤیلۆسیتی ئۆف لایت چەندە دەڵێ 300,000 کیلۆمەتر دەبڕێت لە چەندێکە لە 1 سێکندا ئەمە چێیە ئەمە ڤیلۆسیتی ئۆف لایتە وایە ئەو لایتی کە لە خۆرە دێ بۆ ئێمە 300,000 کیلۆمتر بڕێت لە ماوەی 1 سێکندا باشە دەڵێن بە 8 سێکند و شتێکە 8 سێکند و شتێکە ئاردەگاتە زەوی ئەو بەچی حساب کراوە ئەوە بەم ئیکوێژنە حساب کراوە باشە ئەگەر لەمدامان ویست لەمدا دەکاتە v over f ئەم بەس کڕۆس پرۆداکتمان کردووە ئەم ئیکوێژنە ئەگەر دەربەوتی وێف لێنگث چەندە وێف سپید و فریکوێنسی هەبوو ئەمە بەکاردێنین یانش لە بۆ فریکوێنسی frequency equal to v over lambda ئەمە ئیکوێژنی frequency ئەگەر velocity لەمداتە بۆ ئەتوانی ئەوە بەکاربێنی exampleێکمان هەیە لە کتاب determine the wave speed of a wave that has a wavelength of 5 meter and frequency 4 hertz. So in here, given كم ذا given كأن سينوا شو معنى هي wavelength lambda is 5 meter and frequency equal to 4 hertz. The unknown, he asked about wave speed, the unknown. Wave speed equal to what? So, what is the relation between them? We use this equation. V equal to lambda time frequency. Lambda is 5 and frequency is 4. 5 times 4 equal to 20 meter per second. This is for example of the textbook. دوو کوێشنی دیکەشمان هەیە لە کتابە دوو کوێشنی دیکەشمان هەیە ئەوش کوێشنەکانی تر کوێشنی 1 دەڵێتی what is the frequency of a wave if the wave has speed of 20 centimeter per second and wavelength of 3 centimeter. أولا ليه الحل دەکەم question 1 ليه الحل دەکەم what is the frequency? Frequency is unknown of a wave if the wave has speed of 12 centimeter per second. The wave speed is 12 centimeter per second and wavelength is lambda equal to 3 centimeter. لێر ئاگادار بە لەبەرەوەی هەردووکیان سانتیمەترن کۆنڤێرتی ناکەین ئەمە سانتیمەترە ئەوش سانتیمەتر لەبەر لەگەڵ کانسڵ دەبن کۆنڤێرتی ناکەین بەڵام ئاگادار بە ئیمتیحانە ئەگەر ئەوە سانتیمەتر بوو ئەوە مەتر بوو ئەبێ سانتیمەترەکە یان مەترەکە ئیتر بێ ئینتەکان دەبێ وەک یەک بن هەرچی سانتیم بێ ئەتادی هەرچی مەتر بێ ئەتادی بەس نابێ یەکێک سانتیمەتر بێ و یەکێک مەتر بێ تۆ ئەمجا لێرە هەیەکەین frequency equal to which equation we use this equation frequency equal to v over lambda v is 12 centimeter per second and lambda equal to what? Equal to 3 centimeter. Centimeter cancel with centimeter. 12 divided by 3 equal to 4. 4, 1 over second, because this is equal to 1, this is equal to 1. So 1 over second, I said equal to what? Equal to hertz. So this is equal to 4 hertz. This is for question 1. For question 2, I erased this one, the question 1 in here. I erased this, I solved it in here. ئەتوان دوای لە ڕیکۆردەکەیە کە بۆتان دەنێنم بۆ خۆتان ستۆپی کەن و بینیسنەوە باشە. Question 2. A wave has frequency of 5 hertz. The frequency equal to 5 hertz. And wave speed is 18 meter per second. What is its wavelength? Wavelength equal to what? I use this equation, lambda equal velocity over frequency. Velocity is 18 meter per second. Frequency equal to 5, hertz is equal to 1 over second. So second cancel with the second. 18 over 5 equal to 3.6 meter. This is for question 2. استوي معه تيمان معه أو من معه chapter section review كمان معه frequency and wavelength relationship أو أطلع أوش explain كين إستاكانا velocity equal بلمدا time frequency. أقدر بلم equation لم equation كهمانة هم تنقل من كاكا wave speed doesn't depend on first one lambda يعني wavelength, second one frequency. ليه أقدر با راس equation كل v دكات lambda time frequency بلام أقدر با wave speed doesn't depend on lambda and frequency. باشا أو ليه مقيد با شو طلبة زول لما غلط دكان وأقدر با أي سيمان هي equation كمان خوي lambda equation أصلك lambda equal to velocity over frequency. أما equation أصلك هي يعني ليه أنا أقدر با lambda is directly proportional with wave speed when frequency is constant. أمش كي راست أم relation when the wave passes through two different medium from air into water. For example, when a sound wave moves from air into water, the wave speed of the sound in the air is less, and lambda also is less. When passes through the water, wavelength increases, and lambda also increases. This is for what? For sound wave. And this relation also uses for what? For the wave passes through two different medium. The other way relation, lambda is inversely proportional with frequency when wave speed is constant. In which case wave speed is constant? Sometimes the student asks if wave speed doesn't depend on lambda and frequency, it depends on what? Wave speed depends on type of wave, How many waves we have? In section 1, I said we have electromagnetic wave and mechanical wave. It depends on type of wave, mechanical wave and electromagnetic wave. In a mechanical wave, we have two types, longitudinal and transverse wave. The second one, wave speed depend on type of medium. In here, when the medium is changed, when the wave passes from air into water, the wave speed it changes, so the lambda is changed. Last one, it depends on type of the medium, properties of medium, like what? Like temperature of the medium. If this quantity they are changing, the wave speed change. So wave speed doesn't depend on lambda and frequency. In the second relation we have, in which case lambda with frequency is inversely proportional when wave speed is constant. In which case wave speed is constant when we have, for example, we have sound wave. Sound wave is longitudinal wave, and in here the type of wave is constant. Second one, type of medium, when the wave passes from air only through the air, and type of medium also is constant. And temperature of the medium, for example, the temperature of the medium is 25 Celsius degree. This is room temperature. If this quantity, they are constant, wave speed is constant, so lambda with frequency is inversely proportional. This is about section 2. Both the CDAB section 2 تاو دكين لقد chapter review كيا سپاس دانكم دستان خوش به هیوای سرکوتن تام بود خوازم وطن نقل
بس مامستا یکشم اوی دکن يعني واجبان
يكشم
شلي
دوام به اول مكتب تاو دكين اقرنا يكشم بزوم دكين باشا
تمام مامستا
دستان خوش به
مامستا السكشن ريفيو اشتكان حلقين
سكشن ريفيو اشتكان حل كانوا خوش محليكم باشا بوتان باشا
تمام
دستان خوش ممنون 5 سنة